Okay, round number 1. This looks fine. This is I think what a lot of our hands are going to look like. It's not particularly impressive, but things can certainly happen. We're just going to go with Concordia Pegasus, and let's see what he ends up doing here. He's got his own. Ours will be bigger. All right, that's a good draw. So we're going to play Concordia Pegasus. We're going to wait on Ethereal Armor. It looks like we're up against Azorius, so very likely to see... oh, we're up against 3-color. But we're very likely to see Dramatic Rescue from him. All right, he's got a Sky Knight. That's fine. Yeah, he didn't even attack. That's lovely. Well, that's a good draw for us as well. So things are coming up quite nicely. We've got a Smiter. Shift the turn back. If he attacks with the Sky Knight, it'll be interesting. I'm not sure if I want to trade or not. You got the Towering Indrik that can take care of the Sky Knight and the Pegasus sort of indefinitely. Yeah, he didn't. I'm going to attack with both. Oh, no, I'm not, because he'll just block this one. So I'm just going to block here. If he wants to throw both on there, yeah, that's fine. That takes out both of his creatures. This is where I really want to have a Giant Growth, but oh well. He's going to chump. He's got Swift Justice for sure. He does indeed. We could have played Ethereal Armor pre-combat to play around it, but I also don't want to get blown out by what's it called? By Dramatic Rescue. Then we don't get an attack that step at all. Although I guess I could just replay it. Maybe that was a better play. Alright, but we know what our plan is now. We are going to just keep running out creatures here. And I think I will throw Ethereal Armor on here and attack. No, that still isn't enough to get through. I just don't really see a reason to throw Ethereal Armor on anything here. Yeah, I think I'm just going to ship. Actually, I can attack here. He wants to double block, he loses that guy. No, I don't want to do that either. I think I'm just going to be patient. The 2 damage isn't really relevant, and if he does double block, I'm just trading for one of these 2 creatures. And I don't really want to trade with him when I've got Collective Blessing in hand, because I'm going to slam it next turn, and I'm going to be able to attack for way more than he can deal with. Alright, he hit Seek the Horizon here to fill up his hand. It's good, though, because that's going to leave us the opening that we need to make sure that this resolves. Let's get Collective up in this Blessing, and I think I attack with everything. Yeah, I do. I would like to race, sir. Got him on a 2-turn clock as the board sits here. So let's see what he wants to do about it. This is where, like, Seller of Songbirds is just ridiculous. All right, he's got a Wayfaring Temple. That's not a bad rip. It's kind of beefy, but it's not really going to do that much. I think I'm going to put Ethereal Armor on this Concordia Pegasus. That makes that a must block. And just bash him. If he lets through too much damage, then this Giant Growth will just get him. Alright, he's got Cyclonic Rift. Okay, well, that's not the worst case scenario, but it's certainly not good. I'm going to get him with Giant Growth, though. He's going to try to make as many trades as he possibly can because he knows that this thing's just going to come down again. This, thankfully, won't get traded off to anything, so he'll probably double block the Sentry on here. He's going to chump block with the Pegasus, or not chump block, but just block. Yeah, makes sense. So even though I'd really like to just get Collective Blessing back down, it's not as good if we don't have any creatures left, so I'm going to go ahead and Giant Growth this to take out the Wayfaring Temple here. And that's still going to get in some damage, and then I don't have enough mana to recast Blessing this turn, unfortunately, but that's not a huge deal. I can just cast it next turn. Alright, he's got a Centaur Healer. A fine addition to the team. And he's just going to attack me with everything here? Wow. What is he representing here? I can play this land to play around Syncopate, and I'm going to do that. But he can't have cancel. I guess it's just resolving? What is going on here? He attacks with everything, then he leaves a block up, he goes to 9, but he still doesn't have enough to actually kill me next turn. Yeah. Alright. Not sure what's going on. I'm sure we'll figure it out shortly, though. He's going to throw a chump block down, take a bunch of damage, and leave himself at 3. So he's going to hit us for 7. Oh, if he's got like tap your team, like Bluster Squall, that would do it. Skywatch does not do it. He's still dead. So he can attack with something, but he's got to leave at least a couple of dudes back. Hit me for 6. All right, I need to draw a creature here. Or a giant growth doesn't do anything. Both creatures are lethal. That leaves him attacking me for 6. So if he's got a... No, then I'll have the Concordia Pegasus. Yeah, this is fine. He's got to chump block both of these. Maybe he's got a giant growth. And that's his plan, is to like pump his guy to live and then he can crack back for lethal. No, that's not his plan. Okay, well, a giant growth isn't really what I want in my hand here. There's a bunch of 2-card combos that kill me here. But I'm not in a bad spot. I've still got my blocker. But there are a bunch of, like, he can detain and then pump and just kill me. Alright, he didn't have it this time. I got a little bit close. Again, the fact that we don't have that many creatures is a little bit iffy, but so it goes. Do we want to change anything? You know, one plan that we could go for is splashing for these two. We've got an Azorius Guildgate, and then we'd bring in this guy. We could even bring in this guy. It would change the way the deck plays out. We'd have to ditch Ethereal Armor. So we'd basically be taking out both Ethereal Armors, and we'd be putting in these cards. Maybe not this one, but we put in these 3, so we take out both Ethereal Armor and maybe a Giant Growth or something. And then we'd be putting in these. And that would give us a better late game plan, especially against his deck. It also would increase our creature count by 2, which is really nice. Thinking about doing that, and the reason why I'm thinking about doing it is because I think Ethereal Armor is like not that great versus him. Whoops. Whoa, what's... Oh, we're in the store. All right, let's go to the store. You know, against an opponent that has access to Detain and to Dramatic Rescue, Ethereal Armor gets a lot worse. So I think I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to ditch these. I think I'm going to bring in these. I'm going to bring in an island. And I'm going to bring in a Guildgate here. I'm going to ditch a Plains and that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I want 8. So I'll ditch a Plains, and this gives me still 8. Yeah, it's still 8 white sources and 3 blue sources, a Guildgate, an island, and a Gate Creeper Vine to get either. So I think this is actually just better versus him. Also, we can expect to see, like, the Void Wielder's just okay against him, but it's still just a great card, and it's really good for a deck like this that can go long. So let's give this a shot against him. I think this will be better than the Ethereal Armor plan. Like, sure, sometimes you can just get out to a quick start. But again, like, man, Dramatic Rescue just destroys that plan. So I don't really want to be quite that all in on it. Do we want to keep this one? I think so. We've got a 3, a 3, and a 3, and a 3, and a 1. Like, this is a fine keep, actually, because we're highly likely to draw a land by the time we get to the 3-drop slot. And we've got a really nice hand. I mean, this is just solid. We can Wayfaring Temple and then play Seller of Songbirds to make it big and then attack. Like, we've got a lot of options here, but yeah, we need to hit a land. There it is. All right, so what we're probably going to do here is just run Wayfaring Temple out there we're of course going to see what he does. He's got perfect mana again. And he's got a Wild Beastmaster, which is definitely an issue. Yeah, I think I'm just going to run Wayfaring Temple out. Because next turn, we can play Seller of Songbirds and make it a 3-3. And if he doesn't have anything that can get in the way, we're going to be able to hit him and make another bird as well. He's going to bash with both, so it looks like we're racing here. Let's see what he comes up with, though. Whatever he plays here is huge. Like, if he plays a Towering Indrik or something, that's a big pain. Ooh, a Soulsworn Spirit. Wow, so we're definitely racing. All right, so we've got a lot of options and a lot of plans that we can make here. We can play a Golgari Decoy. That's going to allow us to play Seller of Songbirds next turn and get this thing in. Actually, yes. So that's going to allow... So if we play the Golgari Decoy, then he's going to continue the race most likely, and that's going to allow us, though, to the next turn cast Seller of Songbirds to make this guy big, and then also Giant Growth to get it through if we want. We've got Centaur Healer to help stabilize at any point, but we're going to gain that 3 life, so whether we do it now or later isn't as relevant, because he's not going to kill us unless he just, like, moves all in on Wild Beastmaster. If that's the case... Then that's the case. If we're really scared about that, we can arrest it. But I think if he does, it's going to be like he's going to put something on it and get a big hit in, and then we can untap and arrest it. So I think I'm going to go with the Golgari Decoy here. It uses up our mana better as well. It doesn't allow us, unfortunately, to play our Guild Gate right now, but it blocks this thing. So it makes him actually have something here. If he's just got another Detain spell, he can try to run the Beastmaster into the Wayfaring Temple, but all right, he's just going to battle with everything. But he's doing it wrong. All right, so this is actually really good for us, because even if he has the combat trick now, then which he does, then they don't get the pump. So we take a lot less damage as a result. All right, what does he have? Towering Drake. All right, so we're definitely starting to feel a lot of heat here. We're going to have a Void Wielder next turn. But I think I'm okay with going Seller of Songbirds right here, attacking with Wayfaring Temple, and having Giant Growth back up for one of our blockers. I don't think we're going to die next turn. If he has Giant Growth or something, we're in like huge trouble, but so it goes. I could also just take a more conservative route and play an arrest on the Wild Beastmaster and ship. The problem with that is that he still attacks us for 5. Like, we still can't interact. And if we go with the Seller of Songbirds plan and he doesn't block, then we get 2 birds, a Seller, and a Giant Growth available to us, and I think that's better. We also hit him for 3, which is nice. So let's see if he lets us make a bird token here. He does. Okay, so... We're not in a bad spot, but we're pretty close here. If he has something crazy for the Beastmaster, then we could be dead. But as it stands, you know, we at least have some semblance of blocks here. All right, he's not going to attack with the Beastmaster. So if we double block birds on the Tower Drake, then we can make him use up his mana for the turn, basically. But that's not, like, super efficient. So I think we just take the 5 here. Or, I mean, I think I'm going to block a bird and pump it. Yeah, let's do that. If we double block, then we can pump the one that he does first, and this makes him use up more mana, so let's do that. I don't know how the hell we're going to figure out which one he's doing. I hate... This is where Moto gets a little weird, because it's going to say assigns damage, bird token, but we'll figure it out. I guess this one's first. All right, so if this one's first, then we pump this one. We eat his thing, and then we don't lose our other bird this way, because he's got to assign at least lethal damage to it, which he did. Now we're at 8. Things are getting a little tight for us, but we do have some nice plays here, so let's make one. Oh, there's Tristani's Judgment, but we don't have the mana for it yet. Void Wield away the Beastmaster. Attack with everything. I think I like that. Let's get aggressive here. we can turn the tables on him really quickly, actually. I mean, right now we're hitting him for a ton of damage. All right, so we've got him pinned down pretty well. We are at 8. We're gonna, if we draw a land next turn, we have to decide between Judgment or Healer or Rest. Probably going to be Healer or Rest. That gets us back out of life, out of immediate death range, and also can let us take down a Soulsworn Spirit. We can block these 2 creatures now without too much issue. All right, we did draw the land. Do we have the kill here? We can like Tristani's Judgment this, attack with everything. That gives us another bird token and makes this a 7/7, which then must be blocked. We can make him chump with the Wild Beastmaster. What could he have in his hand that could change that? He could have something like put 2 +1/+1 counters on this guy. Then we hit him for 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, he still has to chump block even if he has that. I could also just arrest this. That leaves us the healer back so that we don't die. I think I like that. Let's arrest this guy. Does attacking with everything make sense? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He has to block something. If we don't attack with everything, then he doesn't. So yeah, I like attacking with everything here because we're going to go back up to 9 and we're also going to have a thing. Ooh. That's pretty good. Alright, so he fogs us. Did not see that coming, but here's the Centaur Healer to help bolster our life total. So now he's responsible to get in for 9 damage with just 2 creatures. It's not impossible. Yeah, he didn't get it this time though. All right, so we get by round 1, and yeah, we'll be on round 2 shortly.